Hi, today we're talking with Stephanie. She hated her job as a landscaper and still detests Brussels sprouts. She wishes she was from Colorado. She once attended acting school where she may have been mistaken for Jennifer Aniston. Her nickname is Chuckie. She loves strawberry gelato, and her party trick is balancing things on her head. And she's here today to share with us the joys and challenges of traveling as a military family. So welcome, Stephanie.
Hello, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, welcome, Stephanie. So we're going to start the timer. So where are you located today? And if you can share with us how many times you've been moving and, those places as a family.
Perfect. So we are currently in Virginia Beach. We have been here the longest. So most of my kids are technically from here. So we've been here for 8 years. We lived in Sicily, Italy for 3 years, which is incredible. And prior to that, we lived in Gulfport, Mississippi for about 3 years. And even before that, my husband and I actually met here in Virginia Beach. So we've moved a few times, not as much as some military, but certainly more than other military as well.
Right. And so how much time do you have, knowing ahead of time that you're going to move? Is that a sudden thing, or do you have months in advance?
So usually we have 6 to 9 months. Before they let us know. So for instance, this fall, my husband is up for new orders. We may move, we may not move.
Okay.
But if we do move, it will be fall of next year. So before the kids start school again.
Okay. So you'll have a few months of...
Yeah, we'll have at least 6 months typically is what we get.
Okay. Some
places are faster and some are slower depending on the military.
Right. And they help you. So I think that makes it a little easier. They understand that they're uprooting your family. So
yes,
that's good.
So you mentioned one of the most special locations you've lived was Italy, correct? So if you want to share a little bit about that, it sounds fabulous.
Oh, it was fabulous. There was the only part of it that started to irritate us towards the end was kind of the attitude of everything was tomorrow. They would say, oh, domani, tomorrow. And it was cool. It was fine. It was very low key. I mean, I could leave my cell phone at home and not blink an eye. But by the time we were getting ready to come home, we wanted stuff faster. We were tired of the tomorrow things. But it was incredible. My daughter was born there. So my son was 2.5 when we moved there, and my daughter was born there. And so we traveled through Europe with 2 kids a lot. And we actually found that it was easier to travel with young kids because Europeans love children. And so you don't have to wait in lines.
Oh, really? Well,
yes. Which is incredible. They're like, we know that your attention span for your child is this big. So go ahead, cut this line. And so we cut lines everywhere. It was amazing. Yes. Yeah. We found bathrooms everywhere because we had kids. They were our excuse for everything. It was really incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now you need to take small children every time you travel, right?
Yes.
I'm going to borrow somebody's child and bring them along.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, I'm going to ask you, because as a traveler, one of the things that we always think about is packing. I imagine you have some amazing packing tips for how to do that quickly and compactly.
Yes. So I know that I'm going to end up doing laundry regardless of how long we're there for. So, and this is true if we're going to our family for Thanksgiving, or if we're going, for the summertime for a couple of weeks, I'm going to do laundry. So usually my kids pack for 4 to 5 days. They each have their own assigned bags.
Okay.
With their names on it. So they know, hey, this is our bag. And so they get that one bag. That's it. And they get one backpack for the car.
Okay.
So they get an LL Bean canvas bag, right, for all their clothes and shoes and stuff. And then they get one backpack for the car. That's it.
So that
helps.
Yes.
Yes. Because otherwise we've got pillows and blankets coming out of our ears. And the rule is if it doesn't fit in the backpack, it's not going in the car.
Lovely. Yeah. With children, that really helps that you have some confined rules, right?
Yes. Of course, the rule doesn't apply to me.
I was going to ask, do you have for you, you've got your whole entourage. Like
I do. I come with several bags. I come with lots of baggage when I go traveling.
That's awesome.
But it's the sanity level of things. You know, I know where I'm going to do laundry, so I'm not going to pack with the expectation that I won't do it.
Right. That definitely makes it a lighter packing experience if you just resign yourself to doing laundry and just pack a few days, right? You're there 8 days, I pack for 4. Even if I go for 4 months, I pack for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So do you have some suggestions, especially with these longer moves, like when you first moved to Italy, of how you connected with the community and make yourself feel like, hey, this is our home now? And
Absolutely. So I drop all expectations. I'm not one of those people that says, hey, I'm moving here, give me all the information. Okay. I don't want any information before I go somewhere, for the most part. Now, going overseas was a little bit different. I was like, okay, I want to learn some Italian so I can get myself through the door, kind of thing. But we immerse ourselves in the community. We made sure that we were not living on base because I wanted to be part of Italy. And we had this gorgeous house that we rented out in town. Oh, wow. And in fact, most military families didn't even know who I was because I had 2 kids. We hung out in town all the time. I went to the Italian market, went shopping at all the Italian stores.
Oh, nice.
And so we just, again, just dropping all the expectations. I don't want to go in knowing that Sally had a really crappy time. Like, I don't know Sally, so I won't go there, right? And I just take it as is, and it's an experience, and I learn as I go.
That's good advice too, because the more you know, the more your expectations can be missed, right? You could be disappointed, right? You may think it's going to be wonderful, and I've certainly had that happen a few times.
Yes, and that was also the beauty of my wedding, right? Like people who plan their weddings for 2 years. They have these crazy expectations, right? I planned my wedding with a phone book in about 24 hours. And I was like, hey, are you available in 2 weeks? And they were like, what? No. And I was like, okay, next. Right? So I had 0 expectations for that wedding. And it was magical.
See, there you go. It works.
That makes it so much easier. So, I mean, are there places that you want to go or a place that you would go back? You can answer that. There we go.
Yeah, go ahead and answer that. I want to hear the answer to that.
So we may have the opportunity to move to Hawaii.
Oh, nice.
So I would love to move to Hawaii on the military's dime for sure.
Yes.
That would be an incredible place to visit and to live for just a couple of years and then come back kind of to reality.
Right.
But my husband and I, we do a lot of traveling. Instead of buying each other anniversary gifts, we get trips.
Okay. Love
so
it. Yeah.
Past spring, we did St. Lucia. Next spring, we're going to go to Jamaica. And we really we make it a point to experience things as opposed to purchasing ourselves stuff.
Yeah.
Buying things. Wonderful.
Oh, that's fabulous. So that's our 7 minutes, unfortunately. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for sharing all this great information and your life. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. That was a very quick 7 minutes.
Typically is.
So travel with us through real stories with real people. Thank you, everyone.